Morning. Hello and happy Monday. It's been a couple of weeks since I've tuned in and said hi. It's been a very busy couple of weeks for me. I'm sure it has been for a lot of others. I've been traveling around, connecting in with things that naturally vibe for me. Some very planned trips, some very unintended trips, and some really interesting transformational experiences. So yeah, coming back fresh and live this Monday, and to bring in and connect back in this space again on the full moon. So this full moon, it's called the flower moon, if you've not tuned into that yet. And it's interesting because it's providing the energy which I've been seeing in a lot of clients that have been coming along in the last couple of weeks, and the energy I've been working through, and it also is supporting the work that we're all doing. So it's a really lovely one to tune into. I'm sure those of you that are really drawn to it will have noticed it shining through your windows and lighting your way up at night at the moment. So this particular moon is really good for transmutation and transformation. This is a powerful one for helping us to tap into what we are struggling with, the triggers that we maybe experience in daily life, things that set us up into a state of agitation of some sort, whether that be upset or anger or fear. Whatever it is, it heightens our emotions, and it does that so that we can witness them. But what it helps us to do, if you allow those beautiful rays just to soak down through you and allow them to enter your body, and just have that intention to help to see what your triggers are and see what lies behind the trigger. What is the healing that's needed? Because that's the key aspect that supports this, is knowing, because we can't transmute and transcend something until we know what it is. And there's some extra layer of that comes with holy fire that I'll explain in a second. But once we know what something is caused by, we can then think, oh, okay, maybe I don't need to show up in that way. Why am I feeling that? And what do I need to release or let go of in order to feel okay when that happens next time? So that's what this full moon energy can work with. So that ties in holy fire, of course, comes in and lifts away the stuff on an unconscious level. And that's why I love the holy fire Reiki, because it really helps to do that for us. It keeps taking us on that journey and taking us deeper and richer. So that's why we like to work with that at the same time. So that's what we'll be doing today. It's interesting as well that, when we're traveling around, we do pick up the fabric of the places that we visit. We literally start to accumulate the energy of the place. We bring it into ourselves. It sort of becomes part of our circuitry. It helps us shift and shape us. So the journeys that I've been on throughout the States, I was very fortunate to go with my sister. We did a really beautiful ancestral healing and generational healing together, all the way on a big circuit, which I've sort of shared in bits and bobs and will continue to do so, I'm sure. And some of the fabric from some of those places is really key to some of the clients that are showing up. So, that's an interesting point as well. When we're working with energy, we'll often be drawn where we need to be. And of course, we always are all receiving healing. We work in those places together. So that's something when we're thinking about it. So working with the full moon, we're working with energies that have been an intrinsic part of my journey in the last few weeks, months, and years, but particularly relevant and powerful and prominent at this point right now. We'll still come back with them very fresh. They're still integrating. So some of those will be working through me to help to transmute through this full moon as well. More and more of the layers. And today we've come in under this lovely to see, back into this beautiful mighty oak, the giant oak. And that oak is like a beautiful fabric that connects us to our higher selves. It can really help to take us, those branches take us right up through our own energy field, connecting us with our godly self, the part of us that knows what it is we came here to do, what it is we need help with. And it just helps to bring that light that we're all able to channel, that white channel of light, down more powerfully into our existence and reconnect us with it, so that we can more easily view ourselves and what we're, the heavy parts that we may be a bit stuck in. So that helps with that. And also in doing so, it also helps us to really ground into the depths of what it is that we need to clear. So we're working with our mighty oak today for that reason. And what will be coming through on that will be unique, of course, to each of us, and there are some things that are very much on the collective level, stuff that, we work with this full moon energy. Make no mistake that when you heal yourself, you are healing the planet. You are completely and utterly bringing in planetary healing through raising your own frequency. When you sort of do that little bit of work on yourself and bring in a new sense of being, wear a new hat, if you like, something a bit different, it can really help to change things on a global frequency too. So that's always good. And of course, your own unique fabric and the way that the fabric around you then evolves. So your friends, families, and relationships, and how they are all able to be affected. And they work as mirrors with each of us to help us to reflect more and more deeply around ourselves and our own journey. And it's a constantly evolving process. So, of course, I'll be sharing more of that in the weeks to come. And I've got an online Reiki 1 and 2 coming up this weekend. So if you're interested in taking that and joining in, let me know. That would be really nice and easy for folks who maybe can't make the distance to get here, but want to try an online session. So do drop me a line if you're up for that. That Reiki, of course, is that lovely way that we can, once we can do channeling Reiki for ourselves, it just tunes in and taps us into that higher self we're talking about, with, the sort of extra support of this authenticating holy fire Reiki to really to really bring out anything that is trapped and help us to peel away those layers. So it's a very transformational thing. And in doing so, it also enables us to channel that light for others, so that it helps us therefore to kind of get the difference in feeling between where we may be giving our energy away. We can start to think, actually, no, I'm just allowing that energy to work through me, because we don't want to be giving our energy away, because we're not all powerful. We're just like in simple human form. So we're just allowing other, celestial energies to work through us, and it helps us to form those clear boundaries and guidelines in how we show up every day. So it's a beautiful way to work with energy. So for now, I'm going to just tune us all into this tree and noticing its beautiful, beautiful leaves and its powerful trunk all the way up to the top there. Just feeling into that energy, the power and mightiness, the strength, the durability, the foundations, and the high reach of this tree. We've got some lovely sounds of the countryside in the background. We've got sheep grazing with their little lambs at foot, and we've got cows calling. There's one little calf got separated, so they're all having a little shower. It's okay because the farmer's there, just in case anyone's worried about them. They're actually working with the cows right now. So just allowing all of the things in our external environment to be part of the natural fabric which we exist. It's allowing them to be a part of our journey. Only gently tapping into our highest self, asking the divinity within this tree As all trees have that power to help us to connect. Sitting here at the roots of the tree, we can feel the frequency of it, feel that energy. The tree helps our feet to ground and take us more deeply into our earthly selves and into the reality of human existence, of our unique human journey. Feeling that trunk holding us straight, strong and sturdy. As all of our etheric bodies reach up into the celestial realms, where our godly self can gently bring down the energies that we need today. And we can call on that powerful moon energy of the flower moon, which brings us that flower moon, wonderful sacred geometry of the flower of life that helps to bring in creative potential, connects us with the fabric of all that is, helping to align us to release karmic issues from the past and past lives, clearing away anything generational. Slowly, like that. Slowly clearing away anything that needs to go. And calling in the light of Reiki, the holy fire, to join in this healing. All of the ascended masters in Reiki, Reiki guides, all of your own spirit guides to guide the energy in the way it needs to go for you and for each of us. Holy fire, holy fire, holy fire. Completely allowing yourself to surrender to all those celestial beings in this safe and sacred place. Allowing the connection with those frequencies to be exactly what they need to be. Flower of life, tree of life, the holy fire, working together with the moon to clear and elevate in this moment in time all that needs to pass. And as those frequencies flow throughout your body, felt or unfelt, seen or unseen, heard or unheard, allowing yourself to feel a sense of trust. All is unfolding just as it needs to do. And gently asking this moon energy helps to show, to highlight, to give that opportunity to witness something that has become a trigger for you that you just don't need to carry any further in the coming days and weeks. You can observe it, understand it, and release it on a deep and rich level. Knowing that in addition to this, there will be many things released at an unconscious level. And in this space, we recognize also that when we pay heed and attention to one trigger and allow ourselves to understand it more fully, that this has a cascading effect in many other areas. It can almost be like taking out a little plug that releases a whole lot more water and generates a more powerful flow in the direction that we do want, in a direction that perhaps we haven't been able to access or connect with before. In the light of this fresh and new creation, we can find higher states, comfort, bliss, and peace that were inaccessible to us previously. Somewhere in the coming moments, minutes, hours, and days, you will recognize a discomfort that is ready to be understood and released. And you will know just how to do this. And as you tune in to this beautiful moon energy, and as you connect and clear, and the holy fire will support and augment that shift throughout your entire energy body, taking you forward in that step to a richer fabric within your life force field, in the way that shapes your reality, bringing in more beauty, more of a sense of rich abundance. As we gently come back into body, hearing the gentle raven's call, and grounding yourself back in your space. Just claim that beautiful statement. Yeah, transforming. I am transforming. I am transforming. And if you like, you can work with your gasho hands together, just gently connecting, creating that beautiful orbit of energy. And that just sits out in front of you, around you, around you. And so, as I just gently move to a slightly more comfortable position, you may feel you want to do the same. Just sat still for a minute. Just wishing each beautiful week and transmuting. This is how we transmute energy. This is how we begin to shift our reality, and we work with things that create discomfort on a deep level. So I wish you many blessings with that. And of course, the beauty of recording these things is that you can listen to them as many times as you like to shift things and different aspects. Just trust your own guidance on that as to what feels appropriate for you. And if there's anything you require more help with, don't hesitate to get in touch. I'm always fascinated to hear your journeys. There's been some lovely journeys I've heard in this last week around the journeys you've each been having and how you've been working to transform and create deeper healing and understanding in your lives. And that happens on so many different levels, in so many different ways for different people. And we all each have our own unique way of doing that. And that's something which, when I'm working with Reiki, and working in my healing sessions, I absolutely respect and honor, because I really believe that we each have this special ability and power to tap in and shift our own reality and support our own healing. And, for me, I like to just sit with that and sit with you through that and just asking the Reiki to come in and work with you to bring it about in the way you need. And I'm sure that process will continue to keep evolving. So for now, happy week, happy Monday in May, happy, beautiful, abundant leaves and lives. And let's step forward. We're going, we're through Beltane now. Beltane means, when we go through that, it's the fire festival, that's where summer comes. So we're now stepping up. The energies are just woo. So, that's something that I really absolutely love this time of year. It's like, there's just so many days, so many hours in the day, and sometimes they go fast, sometimes they go slow, but there's always lots of energy to do things and energy for more. And that's a really powerful thing to tap into. So I'm sure that things that you were starting, little projects you were starting back in January and February, when we were really in the deep dark of gentle quietude, that those things are starting to come and manifest for you right now. Things that you may remember having put aside and put on the list of to-dos, and the intentions list will all be landing for you. So just keep tuning in and recognizing them when they come. Remember to put in that big thank you, and just and the sense, the feeling of gratitude for them, because then they keep coming. Okay, lots of love, and see you next week. Bye.